is it that coffee always tastes better in a really cute mug? Man, I love this mug. I make my full amount and it doesn't fill it all the way up. Of course, I've drank about half of it now, but oh, it's so cute. Couldn't wait to break out my new mug. I'll be using this all fall up until November. I'll use this for the month of October, and then I'll use my Thanksgiving one for the month of November. So stinking cute. So I'm getting ready to start that book that I picked out in last week's vlog. I always am very tempted to skip the forward and the introduction. I don't know. I'll skim the introduction, and then I'm going to go on and read The Splendor of Holiness, which is the first chapter. So I'm going to read this and finish drinking my coffee. Got to take Olivia to school in 35 minutes. Well, I was going to work on a outside project real quick, but just as I was leaving to take Olivia to school, we noticed that one of the dogs had tracked poop in the house. Didn't have time to deal with it before we had to leave. So when I got back, I had to check all their feet, and started with Percy because he's usually the culprit. And I tell you, I literally had to hold him down, basically in a headlock, just to check his feet. And he's got some behavioral issues we have got to work on. But anyway, I put some of that thieves stuff in the water. It's a disinfectant, and it's safe for animals. And believe it or not, this is something my mom always used to do. I'm going to mop my carpet. I'm just going to mop it real lightly with that. I don't know if there's anything tracked on it, but I'm going to mop it. And I'm going to change the covers. His feet are clean. I wiped them. Oh, it's blurry. There we go. Change the cushion covers or the furniture covers, mop the carpet, and mop the entire floor before I can go outside and get what I wanted done. I was planning on mopping today anyway, but I wasn't planning on mopping the carpet. And I was planning on mopping later. Not right this minute, but it can't wait. So I just squeezed a lot of the water out. It's just barely damp. And I'm just gonna wipe the carpet, mop it. My mom used to do this all the time with her carpet in the entryway where people would walk. Even though she asked people to take their shoes off, you still get stuff tracked in. And she would always mop her carpet. And I tell you, her carpet looked brand new up until the day she died. So there's something to it, I think. Everything cleaned up. I had to get a new rug in here because it was covered in mess, which is good because it trapped most of the mess, which is what these rugs are meant to do. So that was good. I got the whole floor mopped, and I'm actually very thankful that it was Oliver who tracked it in because he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He let me clean his feet. Took many baby wipes to clean his feet, and then I had to spray some doggy deodorizer on it. It was just the 1 foot, but he's really good. He's really patient. He doesn't like it, but he lets me do it. Whereas with Percy, just to check his feet, it was actually a wrestling match. It really was. He was so naughty, and he tried to bite me, and it was just awful. That dog needs some, we need some intervention. I wish Dog Whisperer lived nearby. I'd call him. Please come fix my dog. He's broken. But anyway, we've got some ideas on what to do about that dog, but hopefully they'll work, because the bark collar worked for a short period of time. That doesn't work anymore. Travis tries to load the dishwasher in the evenings, and he wants to not only lick the dirty dishes, he wants to stand on the door of the dishwasher, and that's not good. And so Travis has been like spraying him with water to get him to stay away from the dishwasher. Well, that didn't work, and so he was like physically trying to move him out of the kitchen last night, and Percy tried to bite him, which is very unusual for a beagle. It is not normal beagle behavior. So Travis had to reprimand him very severely. And it's basically anytime you try to make him do something he doesn't want to do, he either squalls and screams like you're killing him, or he tries to bite you. And we've got to nip that behavior in the bud, because it's not good. It's not good, is it, Percy? It's not good to be a bad boy. Percy? Are you going to start being a good boy? Anyway, dogs are a lot of work, I tell you. Scott keeps sending me like memes and pictures and things of dachshund puppies, because I think he would really, really like to have another dachshund puppy. And to be honest, I would too. I love dachshunds. I love my beagles, but they're a lot harder. They're a lot harder than dachshunds. They really are, simply for the fact that they weigh about twice as much, they're twice as big, and they're just a totally different temperament. We really should have investigated the breed a little bit more before we decided to get a beagle. Now, Oliver, he is different. He's a different kind of beagle. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know if Oliver's behavior is normal and Percy's is abnormal, or if Oliver's behavior is abnormal and Percy's is normal. I don't know. But I do know that Percy, if he is a typical beagle, they are not the breed for us. But we've made this commitment, and we're going to make it so that it's less stressful living with beagles. The main issue is the barking. Yes, our dachshunds barked. Yes, they did. But they would bark for like 2 minutes, and then they'd go lay back down. Pepper, our youngest dachshund, she was the most vocal. She would bark a lot more. The other two didn't. They would bark. I mean, I'm not saying they never barked, but they didn't bark as much. And the thing about Percy, and I've mentioned this before, is that he doesn't just bark, he screams, and his hackles go up, and he acts like he's just going to kill somebody. And minor aggression. Now, if he was ever came face to face with a delivery person, he wouldn't bite them, because it's happened before, where he got out the door when a delivery guy was here, and he just sniffed him. He acted like he was going to tear him up, and then just sniffed him, which I'm thankful. I'm thankful we don't have a biter, at least not. And when I say he tried to bite me today, it was more like he was mouthing me. He wasn't being serious. He wasn't being like, I am going to bite you and hurt you. But even that little bit of a, obstinate biting, not wanting to submit, is not acceptable in a dog. And so we've got to get that under control. We've got to get the barking under control. like I said, we've got a few ideas. I've got one idea, and I think I'm going to try implementing it as soon as possible. It's where you put them on a leash and you tie the leash to you, and you are tethered to them for every time, all their waking hours. You are tethered to the dog, and obviously when you're home, I can't tether him to me if I'm not home. But when I'm home and when he's awake, he's tethered to me, and that way I can control him better. I can keep him from bothering Travis when he's trying to load the dishwasher, and I can control him when delivery people come. And other than his stubbornness and his excessive barking, he's a pretty good dog. But, anytime you try to do anything with him, he's just about impossible. And it's kind of stressing me out. But anyway, back to the dachshund thing. I think he wants another puppy. And I'm like, no, I do not want another puppy. I don't want another puppy. I don't. We have to be down to one dog or no dogs in this house before we bring in another dog. And that's going to be at least 10 years from now. So, no. And by then, I don't think I'm even going to want a puppy then. So, but we'll see. I'm never going to say never. But right now, today, it's never. All right. I got this mess cleaned up. I want to get outside and get the one chore I want done outside. Get it done before it starts getting hot. Because this is like the hottest October. It's ridiculous. But anyway, so let me stop chatting. Stop yammering your ear off. And we'll get outside and get that job done that I wanted to get done today. All right, this is what I want to get cleaned up today. My cucumbers are done, and so I need to get these all taken down so that this looks clean and nice over here. I will leave the flowers in the flower pots. That was a job, but it looks a lot better. Yeah, I'll just let the flowers get frosted and die down on their own, and then in the spring I will plant new ones. So this job is done. Prepping for the fall and the winter. So we're trying the tethered to me trick, and he doesn't quite know what to do with himself. So we'll just see what happens. But hey, I wanted to share something with you guys that I purchased. It came yesterday. My old essential oil diffuser broke. And so I was looking into getting a new one, and I read how the glass reservoir is so much better than plastic for many, many different reasons. And although this was a bit more expensive than the plastic ones, I decided to go ahead and invest in it. And so let's do an unboxing, and I will get it set up. All right. I will try to remember to link this in the description box below if you guys are interested in picking one up. I read lots of reviews, looked at several different kinds, and this is the one that I settled on, obviously. Comes with a little measuring cup. Now this one is about half the size of my old one, so I won't put as much water in it. And although it says it should run all day, so I think it said 10 hours maybe, so we'll see. Okay, lots of packing. I really liked it because it has a solid wood base. This is real wood, and this is glass. And then the pretty little dome that goes on top is also glass. This is blown glass. Comes with a little cleaning brush, and then the electric cord. And the advantages to the glass is that they're easier to clean. Plastic, the oil kind of absorbs into the plastic, which makes sense. I always thought the inside of my diffusers got really cruddy. So the glass is easier to clean. You're not, like essential oils can actually eat plastic. So there's no chance of that happening with the glass. And then it's just beautiful. It's just really, really pretty. So let me get it set up. I'm gonna have to clean off a space over here. Get my old diffuser out, get it all unplugged. We'll get it plugged in, and then we'll put some water in it and give it a try. Right, I've got it all plugged up. Here's the little cord, and on the bottom you just plug it in. I know it's dark here, it's shadowy. Let me go see if I can turn on another light. I think that's a little bit better. But anyway, you just plug it in right there, and you feed the cord down the little channel. I'm going to try to hide this cord back underneath there in a minute. It's kind of tangled. There we go. There. Got the cord kind of hidden. Now, that's the max fill line. I'm not sure. I have some water here. This is from our RO water system, so it is distilled. And I don't know how many, like if this full thing will fill it all the way up. I don't know. So let's, not quite. There we go. A little bit more than one of these cups will fill it. Now, because this is smaller, I won't put as many drops of oil in, but I've got my pumpkin spice here, which smells so good. And I'm gonna put maybe like 5 drops in. Then you put the lid on. Make sure it's snapped down good. And then you just push it. If you keep, If you just push it once, then it'll just go continuously, but you can push it and it goes for 1 hour, 3 hours, or 6 hours. And then it changes color. And if you come to a color that you like, if you just press the button and hold it for 3 seconds, it'll hold it to that color. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so much. I just love it. It's gorgeous. So like I said, I will link this in the description box below if you guys are interested in it. And I am not being paid to promote this. I did not get this sent to me for free. I bought this with my own money, but I just thought it'd be fun to do an unboxing with you guys and show you my new essential oil diffuser, because it is just beautiful. I decided to put it up here on top of the shelf rather than on the counter. The other one, my other one, wouldn't fit on that shelf, so this one fits perfectly.
Our most concerning area, honestly, is going to be along the coast of Georgia and eastern Florida, thanks to that tropical system that's going to be trying to form over here. Some places will see over 7, maybe even close to 10 inches of rain over the next 7 days, and some of this will occur within a very short period of time, so we have to think about.
I really need to clean this entryway. Bo is currently out on the deck, so I'm not sure how long I can keep him tethered to me with him out on that deck, because it might become an issue. So what I need to do is I need to get all these shoes cleaned up and the cat food put on the shelf. And then I'm going to put all the rugs outside. I need to clean out or air out Bo's bed and sweep and mop out here. When I get to the sweeping and mopping part, I'm probably going to have to put Percy out of here. We'll see. We're working on the sit-stay. Oh my goodness. Percy, be a good boy. Oliver, we're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. Calm down. Anytime they see the leash, they think it's time to go somewhere. Got Bo's bed out here in the sun. I shook some of the sand out of it. Bo comes out here and rolls in the dirt, and then he drags it in the house. That is why there's so much sand. But I've got this in the sun. That sun is very disinfecting. And then I'm going to spray some of this on it, just in case there's some fleas going on. Bo is on a flea preventative. He's the only one of our dogs that takes a flea preventative because he's an indoor-outdoor dog. But this just disinfects and deodorizes as well. You would think we would never clean this entryway with as much sand as I just swept up. It's crazy. Now it's time to mop. All right, we'll let this dry and then we'll put some fresh rugs down. I'm gonna leave Bo's bed out there for quite a while because it really needs to soak up the sun and get disinfected and deodorized. But I will let this dry. It shouldn't take very long to dry, and I'll bring in some fresh rugs. It's all done. It looks so much better, smells so much better. Again, I'll bring Bo's bed in later after it's sat in the sun for a little bit longer. But oh yeah, that was a job that needed done. Last week I said, boy, I need to clean that entryway. And I put it off till this week. Isn't that the way it always goes? All right, friends, that is going to be it for me for this video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for spending the day with me, just doing some odd jobs around the house and trying to get this dog trained, this new dog training technique. It's going to be a lot of work, but I've already seen a little bit of improvement with him just in a few hours of him being tethered to me. So hopefully this is going to do the trick, because this dog is really out of control. And I don't like that, because dogs are supposed to add joy to your life, not stress. So anyway, friends, thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Don't forget to check to see if you're still subscribed and all of those things and all the buttons are pushed. And we will see you tomorrow with another brand new video for Vlogtober. Bye-bye, friends.